would love for you to take me to the beginning. Like, how was the audition and where were you when you got the call that you were picked to play the role?
The audition process was a little crazy for me because I also do stand up. So I flew back in that morning, landed, worked with my acting coach, and then went straight into audition. So when I got there, I was already tired, but I was excited. You in there with a whole bunch of energy. You see people you see new people, people that you watched on TV. So you're like, oh, I feel like I know you, but I don't. And so you're sitting there going through the process, and as you keep going further along, you're kind of in that surreal place of like, this ain't me. This ain't gonna happen to me. Eventually, I'll wake up and I'll still be back in my hotel in the Bay. And you're like, no, you're in LA, and this is where you're at, and that's Will Packard, and these are the people who are gonna make your dreams come true. And then when I got the phone call, I think I was in an In-N-Out drive-through. I was getting fast food, and then the happy person comes up to your window like, hey, welcome to In-N-Out, what would you like? And then my phone's ringing, and I'm like, hey, yeah, hold on 1 second, let me get a double, no onions. And my manager and agent are like, don't get a milkshake, matter of fact, tell them to hold on. Then you're sitting in line, you're like, okay, 1 second, nice lady. And then you tell the agents and manager tell you like, hey, we just both wanted to tell you, and you're like, so do I eat the In-N-Out? Because like I gotta be on TV. Like, do I still eat this? And then I went home to celebrate it and went to sleep because I was exhausted. Because I had to come back the next day also because it was between me and someone else. So after the full day of that, they was like, hey, go learn these pages, come back, and we're gonna do this over again with you, Lane, who I guess at the time she might not even have known she was casted, Tanisha. So we're all in there like, oh yeah, the next day. And then I went to In-N-Out.
Do you see some of yourself in the Dion character?
I see the similarities from the financial background. I used to work in accounting before I got called up, I guess. And the dynamics between the mom. I think when you're raised by a single mom, I think that it kind of just is the flow of things where you become the man of the house, you assume responsibilities that probably shouldn't be yours, and y'all slowly undo the things that, again, life has kind of put you in a position.
And as you preluded to, with the acting, you still do the comedy. I know you appeared on 50 Cent show. You opened up for Sinbad. What's that like?
That was a blessing. That was amazing in every way. It was fruitful because he didn't mind giving you the game in every way, letting you know where he messed up, letting you know like, hey, you can do this a little bit better. But it was also crazy because Sinbad is a character in his own right. So like he's helped me mature in so many different ways outside of the stage. But on stage, he just challenged me. He was like, all right, cool, we don't want to hear none of your jokes, so go out there and talk. You're like, I'm gonna get fired tonight. That's what he was like, nah, man, like go out there, man. I'm your boss, man. So if you do some jokes that I've seen before, man, I'm gonna just come out there on stage, you fired right then. But if not, I'm just sitting right here. You go out there and have fun. What you want to do? You're like,
thanks.
Right before I go on stage.
Wow. Has the stand-up helped you with the acting roles?
Yes. I say that they both help with each other. I think improv has helped bridge the gap between them. So I did improv and was an improv troupe the whole nine. So I think that you get certain survival skills from the improv. I think that you get muscle memory and comedic timing from the comedy. And I think the acting kind of overarches it all because now you can act out your characters on stage. You can fall into a character in improv. But so I say they all kind of mesh together to help. But sometimes you realize like, hey, this ain't comedy time, joke guy.
Did you find the writing and directing of the show bigger? Did you find it as good as the fans do?
I found it, it to be a little bit better just because you're right there with some of the writers. So you're bringing what you had in mind, and then they're bridging the gap of like, hey, well, you know, this and this and this, and then, you know, you want to make this pay off, and then this and this and this. So you're like, oh, oh, I see what you did there. Oh, okay, I got you here. So it ended up being a little bit more, I guess, encouraging, if anything, because you're seeing that like, hey, you're trying to do all this based on what you thought, like, or you could just show up to work and do the words that's on here and trust the word that's on here. So then
Right.
you develop this level of trust, but then you start seeing why it's written this way, and so you follow that. And then the directing, I don't know, I had a ball with the directors because the directors let you build the character. They're not sitting here giving you line read. They're not sitting here. They're saying, hey, so this is where we're going. Give me two this way, and then we'll let you have fun this way. And as an improv actor, as a comedian, you're like, sometimes you don't see your stuff come out because you see that what they had just, they wrote it. They know exactly where they were going. And again, we're thankful that they really know the voice.
Number one question. I know you know what it is. I'm embarrassed to ask, but they want to know, is your relationship status, are you single?
For some reason, this actually is the question that comes up in most of my interviews, but yes, I am single. I am dating. Because I found out that's a whole process.
Oh, that's a thing. Yeah.
Um,
But growing up with all girls and in a household, did that give you any insight into how women think or how you wanted to conduct yourself while dating?
Yeah, I think it gave me too much information. I think that because I have 4 sisters, so you're seeing different women and just these 4 women that are growing up in the same house, let alone like all your cousins, their friends. So you definitely have a lot of information with women. And for myself, that's probably why I move the way that I do. That's why you don't see nothing online. You don't see.
My man.
Yes, because it's just, you know, they let you know the other side of the game. And again, I think that my career has been my girlfriend for a while now. So it's hard, you know, saying like, hey, so you might be in second. It's like this. You dating somebody else? Yes, my career. Do you want to be? And so, and I think that I've also kind of hit that crossroad of figuring out if I want to build it and invite or build it still with someone, because, you know, it's still the beginning stages of what I hope is a fruitful career. So yeah, so I'm holding out. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some extras and women that watch this and be like, "This he ain't been holding out as long as y'all think."
I love it, absolutely. And then last question, is there anything that I did not ask you that you would like to say, any upcoming projects? I know we're still waiting on word, or if we're gonna have a season 3 or bigger, everyone's keeping their fingers crossed in the meantime.
Oh, I know. I say just follow me on all the social media so you can just keep track of the comedy, because the comedy totally different than the acting, and you're gonna be shocked like, oh, he not Dion.
He's actually a person outside of the character.
And a whole lot of characters in that character outside of Dion. So yeah, I encourage everybody to just, you know, again, attach yourself to the journey and watch the whole progression as far as the comedy and the acting, and the comedy dates are usually posted online.